the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, May 26th. Pleasant Tuesday for you. Hope you had a great holiday on Monday, on Memorial Day, and hope you didn't have to work like I did. And hope you were able to join us last night for the big games. I was with Dylon and Gorky last night. Gorky, hope you're out there. Gorky gave you a 5-1 tennis shot there last night on the show. It just came through a short time ago here at the French Open. Thank you to Gorky for Savajda. And we're covering some of the tennis here this morning. I'll give maybe a few picks as well. Get ready for the show tonight. NBA, NHL, no WNBA tonight, but we do have Major League Baseball, 15 games to talk about. And I'll talk a little tennis. And what else can we find to talk about here on a Tuesday here this week? I will mention this real quick, one programming note. In addition to our regular programming today, including Bases Loaded, we'll be back today with the guys at noon Eastern and 9 Pacific, and Razor and the gang will be along. I believe Tuesday. I'm not sure what we have for the coverage on the horse. I'm going to have to get that down if we're going to talk about it every show. I think we're on every day, but not all the tracks are going. You know that. But, man, I got to get it right. But also, we got Mikey's show at 5 Eastern and 2 Pacific. But we're going to have tonight VB MMA picks here, previewing the card here this week. And make sure you're up early with Mike and Jeff and I here on Saturday at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. That's right. The card's in China here this week after a week off, but it will have at 7 p.m. tonight, 4 Pacific time, before we get into the primetime game with the Golden Knights tonight. We'll have VB MMA picks here, previewing this week's fight card from China. And the main event, bantamweight Song Yadong and Davison Figueiredo going here this week. And also we'll preview, I believe, flyweights with Alex Perez and Sumajeri this week. So join us for VB MMA picks here. And let's see what else is going on here. Let's go to the review of the action here. You guys waited long enough. We're already a half hour in, ready for the market opening here. But what a night it was for Team Steam. And the headline, of course, belonged to the New York Knicks as they demolished Cleveland 130-93, completing the sweep and punching their ticket to the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years, I guess. And maybe they'll win a championship. They haven't done that in 50 years. So it'll be the Knicks against either San Antonio or Oklahoma City. We'll find out more tonight. Game number 5. They're down to a 3-game series. But New York buried 19 three-pointers, had 6 players in double figures, and extended its playoff winning streak to 11 games. The chat was all over it. Andrew K. was talking the broom emojis before tip-off, and Nuke laid the points with the Knicks. Farley cashed the Knicks money 9 legacy, backed the Knickerbockers on the spread. Remember AM 411, as I wanted to call him, AM 420, the sports leader, cited the Knicks 9-1 spread record entering the game. So truth teller Art Tomps, I think I don't want to say they were with Cleveland, but we're going to talk about the winners here. And the Knickerbockers dominated the scoreboard in that one. In the NHL, heartbreak again for Montreal. Carolina escaped the Bell Center with a 3-2 overtime victory. Sebastian Aho tipped home the winner, and the bigger story may have been the shots again 37-12. At one point, the Canadians only managed one shot over a 34-minute stretch again, and the Hurricanes now lead the series 2-1. Several were on Carolina. Truth teller Robert McCormick, Philly Eagle Flyer. They're on the Hurricanes. I was in with Nuke and Farley and a couple others with Montreal last night, but this one went to the Hurricanes, and the undercrowd also cashed with only 5 total goals scored, 3-2 in overtime. Over in Major League Baseball, no-hitter last night for the Houston Astros. How about that? Last night, the combined no-hitter, the Astros, demolition of Texas there. Also, there were some nice plays from the chat. I think the highlights here, biggest upset was in Pittsburgh. The Pirates beat the Cubs 2-1. Chicago lost for the 9th straight time. That was a rough one for some of our Cubs supporters in there for sure. But Twisted, he went against his own model there in the chat. Remember, he grabbed the Pirates money line, a sharp call that got home. Baltimore 9, Tampa Bay 7. Wow, 13 innings. Colton Cowser did it again for the second straight day. He had a walk-off hit, walk-off home run. And most everybody was on Tampa Bay, I know. But Nine Legacy had Baltimore money line yesterday. So Milwaukee handled St. Louis 5-1 behind the Miz. 12 strikeouts. Brewers backers rewarded there. Philly Eagle Flyer and Truth Teller cashed their Milwaukee tickets in that one. White Sox over Minnesota 3-1, and Twisted didn't have them all there, but another low-scoring game. Nationals crushed Cleveland 10-2 with 6 home runs. That was one of the night's biggest surprises in that one. But I don't know if we had many winners in that one. Arizona over San Francisco 6-2. That was a huge win for Nine Legacy yesterday for sure. With that one, with Arizona getting the win, and me too. I had Arizona in that one as well, as they were able to get the win there on the road. There were a lot of Giants supporters, by the way. Yankees continued their dominance over KC 4-3 there. I had them here on the morning steam. We took the Yankees there in that one. And Phillies blanked the Padres 3-0. The Padres continue to strand runs everywhere, and they can't hit left-handers. So Manny Machado is now 8 for 81. The Friars were 9 with runners in scoring position in that one. I did have the under. Let's see, what do we have? No, we had the Padres first 5. Forget that. All right, in the WNBA, the shocker belonged to Portland. The Fire upset New York 81-74, blowing up all those Liberty tickets. Golden State routed Connecticut in the late game there. So Nuke had some nice winners in there. He had the Knicks there in that one. Nine Legacy, Knicks spread, Orioles money line, Diamondbacks money line. Truth Teller, Hurricanes, Brewers, a couple of his winners. Farley in there had the Knicks. Bobby Mack had the Hurricanes yesterday as well. Twisted in there, Pirates and Cardinals on the run line. So the Knicks, Carolina, Diamondbacks, Brewers, those were some of our best picks yesterday on the show. And pretty good day, pretty okay day. So hopefully you had the winners as well. Let's do it tonight here on the Morning Steam Show. You can get more picks from me here today when you go over to winnable.com/Ramon. In fact, I've got tennis winners hopefully loaded up here right now. We've already brought home, I believe we might have had, let me see, we've had a winner come home so far, I think, in some of the action here. I'm trying to, the matches are flying fast and furious here, but I got a couple of 5-packs over there. If you're a subscriber to my Winnable, use the promo code STEAM at checkout. That'll save you 20%. It's $19.95 a month, 41 cents a day. I'm going to bring you a bunch of plays here today and more winners. So please check me out over at winnable.com. Right now we're trying to fight through with a couple of guys here for sure. I don't think Bachero is going to get there, though. I don't think he's going to cover all those games that I laid there in that match. But did have some others here. Tsitsipas, bummer there. We laid the game spread, but he was probably going to do it there because he won the first set 6-2 and he's up 3-0, but Muller had to retire and so that cost us a little bit there in that one. And we do have some other picks later on. There's some big matches here still to come today at the French Open, including some
critical notice.
Close. There are the close matchups coming up here today, and some good ones too. We want to see Mboko in action here in a little while. Also, Madison Keys is ready to go right now, just underway. Coco Gauff and Taylor Townsend here, and also just underway. Well, now almost trying to. Osaka's looking mean out here against Siegmund, and man, she's on fire right now with the going to be serving out for the set here. And we tried to grab Siegmund there, but right now Osaka is looking not only very fancy in her dress, but had a mad forehand there winner just a moment ago. So, all right, good to have everyone here, and use that promo code. Like I said, this is how you support me here on the channel. Try to come on and do a good job with the guys, and spend some time with them yesterday with Dylon. That was a great time, wasn't it? Let me say hello to everyone in the chat as we get started here with the show today, including Cash Kane. He's ready to go today. And we're starting to change it up. I don't know. I'm trying to make it reward you guys. You guys are the most important thing in the chat. So I thought we got to focus on those plays. Bobby Mack is here today, and Ron Borquin is here ready to go. And maybe it wasn't the best day. I know I didn't. You didn't hear me calling out my winners on the opening show. Actually, though, we did have the winner in the Knicks game here. I had the Knicks in the first half as my winner here on the show. And also we had Portland. We had Portland yesterday, right? Portland here was our winner on the morning steam there against the Liberty, remember. And we did have some great baseball winners, and I did have some baseball winners, including a premium pick winner, Cubs and Pirates game to go under yesterday. That was a winner here for me on the Sports Money Network with my win club. Also, Chicago White Sox over the Minnesota Twins, keeping the pressure on there for a winner. And we had Yankees, we mentioned that, right? Seattle and Oakland game to go over, and it did yesterday with Castillo and Savali went over. And we had the Guardians on the run line. We had winners. Marlins, Blue Jays over. Okay, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad at all. Blake is here today. Andrew K. There he is. He says, will Pagula and Coco win by 50 billion? Let me see. I got a couple plays here. I got 5 plays, actually, that I was going to give here on the show. How about we do it? Let me see if I got it right here. I want to make sure we get the opponents out and everything. It's a big card, so let's run through a few of these. These ones didn't make the premiums. These were the last cuts. I'm taking these matches are coming up here in the next few hours. I've got Fernley here, plus 7.5 games against Juan Manuel Cerundolo, JM Cerundolo. I'm taking Fernley plus 7.5 games. I'm also taking FAA. I like FAA today, laying 5.5 games against Altmaier. Take Felix and lay 5.5. Also, this one would have been a premium if Olyannikova, I think she claimed an injury last week in a match that I had her in, but I'm going to try to lay 4.5 games with Pridanika here in this one. I took Olyannikova minus 4.5 against Pridinkina there. I don't know how to say her name too often in my life. But one I have said plenty of times here so far is I'm also going to take here Simona Waltert plus 4.5 games against Siniakova. I'm taking Waltert plus 4.5 over Siniakova. And finally, we're going to wrap it up with Jesse Pagula minus 7 games here today against Kim Burrell. All right, a 5-pack. All right, there's Dead Internet Theory joining us. You're too kind. I can go over the losers as well. No one's picked more winners here on the Sports Money Network, not even Mikey Money. But also no one's picked more losers, so just remember that. All right. When you've been picking every game on this network for a couple years now, right? Okay. And good morning and happy birthday to Twisted today. And he's a man. He's 50. Oh wait, that was the wrong there. And what's he got? Got some French Open action. Happy birthday to Twisted. Oh man, everybody. All right, man, Twisted. It only gets better from here. I keep telling myself. M the Great. Okay, Nuke remembers 50. Nuke remembers 50 like it was 30 years ago. All right. He called the Reds as well. And also, hey, everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, the new Sports Money Network here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting network. Public Enemy's here. He found us. Look, he was on. We still are over there. We're on here now on the new Sports Money Network, Public Enemy. The other one now we're dedicating that other channel. It was still part of the, those channels were together. Still the same network here, Sports Money Gaming, but we're over here now. So I'm glad you found me. Wow. Sorry, Public Enemy. We did it. It was kind of a middle of the night transaction, and we ended up here. And look at us now. We've got 16,000 subscribers over here with our merger, and they're all good. So I'm glad you found it, man. That worries me that you didn't, especially because I'm pretty sure if you type my name in Google, but you have to find the show. I know I'm not that famous, but I think I come up there. There's a guy. I know the guy. I didn't meet him, but you find when you have a unique name. There's only a few of us out there in internet land. There's 2 or 3. One guy played wide receiver for. You can look. You don't get the wrong guy if you're looking up Ramon Scott. Don't take the guy who played for the Lakers. They're up there in for the Great Lakes State, Grandview. Remember the Lakers up there? And then there's a guy in Mexico. This is a guy ended up. He said he just reached out. He said, "Hey, I saw your name was Ramon," but he was speaking Spanish, and I'm like, "Hey," but he spoke English. Let's see here. Yeah, Naomi's got that interesting. DeGao is here as well. Andrew K., you're hot in the picks here. I can't believe, man. Think of Public Enemy lost us here. And that other channel's still there, but obviously we're doing some different things with it there. Okay. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Yeah, you know what? The dead internet. I mean, look, I'm more about, I'm here to pick winners, of course, but I love sports betting and I love, just giving picks and also, I like having some people watch me. If I didn't have this show, you might have to, send a search party out for me. So, all right. And, let's get ready. I think we can go with the show. I think we're ready to go. I mean, we're ready to go with these games here today. I should know better. Razor is going to be mad if I can't get this. I don't know if we're Tuesday, if we're that hot on the race. I should just look. But I know that, it's Tuesday. So what do you got? You got probably some Indy, you got some Parks. I know I've watched Razor on Tuesdays before. Those are usually the days where I've chimed in and said, hey, here's my pick for the race. I love those Monday and Tuesday tracks. Those were always so great back in the day, especially when you were working, working nights and stuff. Okay, let's go here and get to the games. Get rolling here right now. With our big game here tonight. Spurs and Thunder. And the Thunder, they're favored in this one by 5.5, total 216.5. Doesn't seem out of the question now that we've seen, both teams win a game on the road and lose a game on the road, right? 1-1 each way. So anything can happen kind of thing here for sure. Yeah, was it disturbing that the Thunder may have come up with one of their clunkiest games a little bit there in that we've ever seen since this team has become, a big time team. I think that's fair to say. It was the worst game we've seen, from this franchise since they've become the team that they are. And that's a credit to San Antonio. I think that right there, and the fact that it's 2-2 shows that while we can still, Oklahoma City might be still on top of the hill for the time being. He might not, it could obviously go either way here. So we'll see what you think in this one with the Spurs and the Thunder here. Historically, when you get into, I was researching all the way back from since, the conference finals. There's been 7 games for a long time, but tried to find series that are 2-2 with, home team modestly favored like this in the 5 to 10 point range. It is a home team spot in general. Doesn't always happen this way. I mean, you got to look, not every series gets to 2-2. So I was trying to find 2-2s that were 5 to 10 point favorites. It might not be the most scientific handicap, but I think that it does give the Thunder a little bit of I don't know about confidence, but look, they still have won 17 of their last 19 at home. This is exactly where a number 1 seed at home can turn a competitive game into the cover late. This is what's happened in the history of these Game 5 2-2 games. Doesn't mean they're all. I mean, there's road teams that have come in and done it as well, but San Antonio has been excellent against the spread. They've covered 8 of 12 now against the Thunder here. Actually kind of have their numbers still in a way, but, I think this series has definitely proven that the Thunder knows how important it is and how good this team is now. So, any chance of losing it at home, they've already lost one. You got to think that SGA here. We'll see what Jalen Williams now, and it's important if he's active. Oklahoma City's defense, believe it or not, we talk about his offense, we talk about his contributions, but his defense more equipped to throw a few more bodies there because there's a few tweener players that'll have to be doing a different assignment a little bit. We already know that not only is Williams have this status, but A.J. Mitchell is out too. A.J. Mitchell is out. So I feel like this one kind of goes to the home team. I'm probably going to go to do a derivative here, but I want to hear what you guys have. San Antonio, I mean, there's no doubt they're live, but I don't think there's any rhyme nor reason. One team is better on the spread than the other or whatnot. We've seen one thing of each. It's going to be, we might handicap until we're blue in the face, but tonight it's going to be which team comes out and plays better here. Easy for the handicapper to say. So how do you think you see it? To me, if the Thunder get the lead, I don't think that this game, look, so far each game has been a bigger point differential than the next, right? It started as a 7-point win, then a 9-point win, then a 15-point win, then a 21-point win. Now, I don't think it's going to be 25 tonight, but I would say that if the Spurs do win, because of the road team, I guess there's a chance they could win by a smaller margin. But we saw how they won. Spurs won that one 122 to 115 as a 7-point dog, and basically reversed the spread. So it does feel like whoever wins kind of wins by a few more points. And you might just say, look, the Spurs a win would be not only covering the spread, but kind of beat that margin too a little bit, if you know what I mean. So let's go maybe to the chat here and see what you got. OKC, I mean, look, fewer issues here maybe because of that inexperience. That's the thing that worries me with San Antonio is the youthful things that they've done that have shown that 23-year-old average age for the starters. And, that's tough. I mean, we think of Thunder, though, as a pretty young team, but they're actually getting, to the peak of their careers a little bit. So, look, every game's been over except for the last one. The first three in this series, the regular season was kind of going over as well. Spurs over in 8 of 9, Thunder over in 6 of 7. Obviously, the first three were over here. And look, the risk is that playoff half-court tightening, especially if Oklahoma City does turn it into a defensive type of clamping game. I don't think that's going to happen because you got to think that Wemby is good for, what is Wemby going to do? At least 30, right? SGA, what's he going to get? 35? So I'll probably think it maybe over here, but let's see what you got. Going to it here right now in the chat. I'm going to take the Thunder team total over. I think is going to be my call here. Let's see what you guys have. Here's Cash Kane on the Thunder, public enemy Spurs, and Spurs Thunder under. And Farley's on the over here. And Coco here. That's not good. I mean, I'm on Coco today. I know. I kind of thought, let me comment on this match actually here. Because I do love Taylor, but I just thought that Coco has the advantage against her. But right now, Taylor's up a break, huh? Block is here. He's always got our back. And Andrew says a flop like a trout out there. Robert's on the over here. Spurs for Nuke. And Terrell's not going to back down. He's not going to back down from this situation right now with OKC. And he says, look, it's built into the line. He says it might go up, probably go up to 7. Wow. That would be a huge move. So look, if you like that, you got to wait this out. If this game moves to 7, you better. I would. Man, 7. Wow. I don't see it going any higher than this. Are you saying if Williams is ruled in the game, it'll go up 2.5 points, Terrell? I don't know, because I don't know if it would. Okay, Thunder 4-9 Legacy. Good morning to Nick today in the chat. AOD is no fan of the Cavs, that's for sure. He wants the Spurs in this one, though. And AOD says, stop flopping this, GA. And Twisted said, what happened in the Nori match? Yeah, that was a bummer, too. Because we were, Nori.
Final.
Just a few minutes ago here, we did get that result. Let me get that exact thing here as I believe Nori had to retire. Yeah. And that's I think Nori retired there in that match. I'm just starting to get the word out right now. So, whoops. Actually had a high roller premium on Vajejo there. But it was Vajejo advancing there with Nori retiring. Yep. Spurs to take him to the woodshed, says AOD. He's going raw dog in there, apparently. Spurs for Josh. He's here. Hi, Josh. He likes Spurs money line. Harden is awful. Okay. So Terrell says if Williams goes in there, it'll go up. Man, I don't know if he's that important a player. He probably is their, second or third best player here, right? You're trying to think of who are the top players if you think about it. But where is Lou Dort? I mean, no, he's not a top player, but where is also right now the Thunder are looking for more. They need a few more contributions, it seems like, in a way. Where is McLean. McLean needs to step up. All right. Jalen's playing here, says Public Enemy tonight. He says Williams will be in here. I'm wondering if he will actually. I think Public Enemy's got more confidence in that than I do actually right now.
Critical notice.
Good job, Harden. Hello to Razor out there. Razor is here. So, Nine
Final.
Legacy talking about what SGA does to attract those fouls. And not everyone is capable of doing it. I was one of those players. I'm one of those guys that knows how to play the game within the game. And Twisted might go with Taylor Townsend here live. Watch out. Okay. Thank you to Razor here. And by the way, Razor, I am, I know I'm subscribing on my old account. It never. I'm blue now, so that works. Okay. Knicks took care of business, says Terrell, and we'll see now. Can Terrell get the exacta in there? And we're tied up there now. Knicks had a good run, said Public Enemy, but whoever wins in the West, I think. Kopriva, yeah. Kopriva. Kopriva sounds like a weight drug or something. All right. That's it, I think, there for that one. And Razor had the $500 NHL last night with that first period over again. Gosh, Montreal, amazing, right? Especially considering the final score was 3-2, 3 goals in the first period. And, we all had that, or, Dylon had it. And, I had the under in the full game. And I was like, I didn't want to cramp the party or anything, but they were kind of riding the over. But I was on the under. I think we knew that. But, bummer for Montreal, though, a little bit. And okay, I think that's it. Maybe let's go. We're going to go to the hockey here if everybody's done. Thank you, everybody. I'm on the team total over here for team total over for me for OKC here tonight. OKC team total over for me here. All right, let's move to the hockey. Oh, what do we got? One more. OGB Cap'n. Nice to have him here with Fox. He says, now that the OKC seems everybody kind of healthy here, that's where they need to be. You can't have a 50% Fox, and maybe that was it. Fox wasn't always 100%. All right, Nuke's ready to go. Here we go. He's already throwing down the abs here. Let's get to it. In the hockey here tonight with the Avalanche taking on the Golden Knights here in Las Vegas. Hey, if anybody wants to take me to the game, I can go here, but let's see how you have it here tonight. Game number 4 in this one. I would say either way. Now, I see that, Nuke in there does say just Avs money line, but I'd almost say that either way, maybe this is going to be a game that could see the empty netter for whoever the winner is. Maybe particularly if it is Vegas, right? If they're wrapping it up. But, this is supposed to be the one, no matter how you look at it, looking back at, and we've seen comebacks from 3 down in the NHL before. I mean, it doesn't happen often. We know it does never happen in the NBA, but I think for the puck line here, you'd probably maybe go either team, but this is a dangerous spot. Colorado's a desperate team. These 3-0 teams, closeout teams in the NHL, Game 4 and Game 5 have not been great long-term investments. Now, Usually it's been the favorite. Now, to be fair, usually it's been 3-0 the favorite in the series, and that's why the closeout's been tough because the dog gives it a good battle, and then the dog also is at home in one of those, usually in uh, uh, that fifth game. If they lose at home, they grab the win sometimes. That's what's happened sometimes. Actually, the four game closeout for the favored team has been kind of tough over the years when it has happened, when the team has gone up 3-0 in conference finals. Remember, in conference finals doesn't happen that often. And not only that, when you get to the conference finals rather than the early rounds, the other team's usually better. They've just played poorly. In the early rounds, usually one team is so much better than the other that they just end up beating them in 4. So, but this specific matchup is different because the Avalanche, McKinnon, this is the big factor right now. I think everybody's waiting on this. If he's compromised here, I think that does change things. Even with Makar back, the Avs didn't look like a team that was able to tilt the ice there in game 3. That's for sure. So Vegas has won 5 straight overall, taken 4 of the last 5 in this matchup, and they've been dominant late in games in particular. That's been impressive. So that matters for the puck line because empty net equity is real in the game 4 elimination spot. Like I said, I think if you like Vegas, you take them on the puck line here maybe in this one. So like I said, so I hope it's okay because I've been kind of riding this Vegas train with a futures bet. So I've been hesitant to just trying to keep going. I'd look like a genius if I would be taking Vegas here. I guess I'm technically on them, but again, it was just a bet that I placed before the season. I thought Vegas was going to be good enough to, I took them to win the Western Conference and the Stanley Cup. Thought they were that good late last year. I was like, man, I'm going to take them here at a 5-1 to win the Western Conference and 11-1 to win the championship. And well, that's where I'm at right now. So maybe I'll look to a derivative here, but you can go in the chat. I respect their desperation angle with Colorado, especially to pick them here right now. But Vegas has the finishers all of a sudden too. Eichel, Stone, Marner, right? Nuke. They said, where's, Marner is never going to, I'm never going to be the man. And here he is, the man all of a sudden in Vegas. And Skorofayev, they can easily get that extra goal here, I think. But this isn't a normal Avalanche team if McKinnon isn't in there. Vegas controls the series, and they're even better in the third period, it seems like right now. So Colorado better get a lead. Look, I mean, they had a lead. They had a lead, right? So if the Knights get ahead, Colorado's going to have to chase. That's going to kind of make the game a little bit more, even more wide open, I think. I think if McKinnon's limited and Vegas clamps down, it can be, I don't want to say Vegas can afford trailing 3-0 again. That's hard for any team to do, to rally like that. That takes a lot out of you too. But maybe I think lean to the over here. I think Colorado's been kind of an over team in this building. It's always trended high between these two teams. You got the elimination pressure that could open up the game. You'd think it's supposed to be tight, and defensive. But I think with these two familiar foes in a way, I think I'd call for maybe an over here in this one. So I'm going to take Vegas team total over. That's what I'll do. All right, let's go to the chat here right now and see. All those Vegas guys, I love them all right now in the props. We'll see, and we'll see about McKinnon. But Makar, he's in and he's going to be putting the puck on the net. Makar is going to be putting the puck on the net. Let's go to the chat. Vegas money line here for Cash Cane. We saw Nuke with the abs on the money line. OGB Captain's ready to get the broom out. Ron Borquin says, VGK. Andrew says, a lot of people know in the hockey. And, I think because we talk hockey here, that's big. And, it's probably number 4 out of the sports for me. But I love all the sports. So, I was always following hockey, even as a kid, because I'd go to when I showed up in kindergarten, and then how you're supposed to, I would come to the class and I'd bring the sports page and I'd lay it out on the ground. And I was only in kindergarten. I was reading the sports page. And then they're like, after 2 weeks, they're like, we got to get this kid out of kindergarten. Let's put him into first grade. So I was always the youngest kid in the class because they put me ahead, from kindergarten for some reason. Probably backfired now. Look at me. Hey, there's some steam coming in right now on, guess what? Houston and Texas. The game here to go under on the steam here this morning are just coming in, and we've already talked about this series right here. I mean, this is the play I like anyways, so you might want to get it now because it's going to go to 8 here with Houston and Texas. So I'm going to say it right now. I like the under, of course, in that game again with Houston and Texas, another under. It did go over yesterday. Here's the thing about it. We'll get in the game later, but in the Houston-Texas game, it did go over, but it was a no-hitter. So somebody wasn't hitting. All right. Do the Abs have the balls to win? Coco takes the lead there. Yeah, I always say, if you're on serve there. But let's see here. If McKinnon plays, Kane will go with the Abs. If not, you'll go Vegas. Okay. Philly Eagle Flyer, Abs there. And Public Enemy likes the under, and he will buy it up to 6.5. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. And Robert here on the under in this one. And regulation draw for Bobby Mack. And Coco gets the break. Wow. Oh, what a comeback. Sniz is here, and we're bemoaning the Cavs a little bit for Sniz, but he knew right away. He knew in game one. He was telling us, I think. So, yeah, Coco, man, got this lead here already, huh? And, like I said, we did lay the game spread here with Coco. So I'm going to need her to look, I love Taylor too, but it's tough for her to get that serve returned. Okay, that's it, I think, for the hockey. Thanks, everybody. And also coming up here in just a few minutes right now, before we get into the baseball, we do have here more action right now. Bachero has won. I don't think Bachero got the spread, though, for me. We were laying some big games there, right? How many were we laying? I got to look at the list here. We were laying 7.5. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. No, he only won by 3. So, okay, but coming up here in just a few minutes, we do have double IHF hockey here, and it's an important one, so we're going to talk about it in the show. I know we haven't been previewing much of the games, but the U.S. does have their big game today coming up here in a few minutes. Earlier, it was Latvia beating Hungary 8-1 to continue their fine play, and Norway just beat Denmark 4-3 in overtime. Coming up, Slovakia and Sweden, but also the big game, United States versus Austria here. For the United States, this is basically a play. Both these games are basically play-in games for the quarterfinals. I know that that's the way it was going to shape up anyways, but it is. This is fact. So believe so. I don't know. Play-in games basically here for USA and Austria. So motivation is going to be pretty high. I think USA can cover this puck line. I think it's 3.5 minus 35. I'd probably do it. I know the USA's had a few hiccups here a little bit. Austria has been competitive, but it's been against other teams, right? They lost to Switzerland 9-0. Remember, Switzerland is my pick to win it all, and I've had them at a good price. And Finland also, Austria lost to them 5-1. So I think with USA beating Hungary 7-3, and yeah, it's not the most NHL heavy lineup, but they do have more NHL caliber depth, I think, is more likely. So Austria does have some injuries too in the center affecting their depth right now. So I think U.S. here can get it done. Austria has a good goal differential, but they beat up on some bad teams. So I think going to be probably right in the 5-1 range here tonight, with USA coming up in 10 minutes right now against Austria. Other games, Sweden and Slovakia. I'm going to take Sweden here. I think they're minus a goal and a half, minus $1.25. Is that right? I mean, that seemed pretty cheap to me, especially. Let me get that, make sure I got that right. But that did seem pretty cheap to me, and I'm going to go ahead and take them here at minus 1.5 at minus 125, I think, right now. And it's really a minus 115. That's for a 325 favorite, laying a goal and a half. Maybe I'm a little bit out of it, or maybe I don't should be looking another direction, but this is a desperate spot there after dropping the points against Norway. So, Sweden's got a talent advantage here over Slovakia for sure, and Slovakia is most likely heading to the quarterfinals. So I'm going to take Sweden to win this one, probably somewhere maybe 4-2 here. That'd be an over, I think. So maybe over is a good play too, because Sweden's got to play pretty aggressively, and maybe it'll be 4-2. I'm going to go ahead and take Sweden here minus a goal and a half, and then maybe a smaller play on the over there. So later on, Canada and Czech Republic, Finland and Switzerland with the big. I mean, this Finland-Switzerland game is going to be one of the best games, not super important there in the overall scheme of things, I don't think, but two very strong teams there with that game today between Finland and Switzerland. It's pretty much a pick. It was pretty much a pick 'em. Okay. So hopefully you're into it, and that USA match is coming up here. I'm going to get ready to put it on here, actually. All right, let's go to the baseball now, though. We do have some comments here. And Andrew, what about Sweden? He says there. And the old birthday parlay. Remember the old birthday parlay? But sometimes we'd be giving out big favorites. We don't want to do that. Sweden for Nuke in there. And BGK, get that sweep for 9 legacy. There's Stop Geo there in the chat. Thank you, Stop Geo. Jermaine is here. He made it. All right, let's go to baseball now, because we got to talk these games here right now. Here we go. Major League Baseball here for Tuesday. All the games are at night. And we're going to start off here with the Nationals, fresh off that massive victory there over the Guardians. And, man, the Nationals have looked pretty good in some of these games. On the road, the Nationals, there are none. I think they're number one at almost 15 units of profit on the road this season for the Washington Nationals. We know that those bats can be pretty good. Ooh. And, they hit 6 home runs yesterday as well. Cantillo is the better pitcher over Cavalli, but, Cantillo, 3.05 ERA, 4-1 record. Cavalli, 3.85 ERA, 2-3 record coming in, and a 1.43 ERA whip here in this one. So we'll see what you got here. And take a look at this one right now between Washington and the Guardians here. We got Sniz hopefully in the chat. But look, I mean, the Nationals to me might be kind of live in this game. I mean, they've been so solid here of late. Man, they've been quite good as on the road, just quite good on the road here for this Washington team. So let's see what you have, though, in this one. Washington's bullpen's kind of vulnerable, though, that's for sure. But Washington's road form over, they're definitely, going over on the road. That's the thing is, they're just a more productive with that offense on the road. They're 17-11 to the over on the road, and 34-18 to the over overall. I mean, they are a big time over team, period. And with a 7.5 here, I mean, how do you not go over in this one? Yeah, these pitchers have been okay, but when you got a team like Washington here going over about 60%, probably more than that, probably closer to 65% overs here. Now, Cleveland's a 50-50 proposition when it comes to over-under here right now, and they're still pretty good at home, decent as a favorite. Washington's been a favorite, an underdog in every game but two this season. So, all right, let's see what you have here. But I'm going to try to grab the Washington Nationals here, and I'm going to take them in the first 5 at +0.5 a run. Give me Washington here, +0.5, first 5 in this one. I'll take the Nats there, and they are in the first 5. It is, it's -160. Forget it. I'm taking them on the money line. First 5 money line here for Washington. Wow, that is a crazy price there. First 5 -$1.60. To me, that the Guardians might be the value there, laying the half of. But I'm sticking to it. I'll go first 5. Okay, let's see what else from the chat here. Thank you to everyone. And let's see what we got. All right, Twisted said, you're going with what's the play? Sweden? I think it is. Kane here on the Guardians. Cleveland money line for Ron. And Twisted said, how about you? How about the USA in the USA game there? Yeah, I'm going to still go with USA. I know they've had some ups and downs here, and they got to win. This is an important game for them. Cleveland scored more than 3 runs in their last 6 games, says Terrell. And the Nats are due for a loss here, says Ron. Well, they haven't scored 3 runs. Okay. Nats money line for Farley. 9 legacies on the Guardians and Bobby Max on the Nats. You see Cavalli's numbers here. And 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 9K last time out. Cantillo. See the numbers there for Cantillo. The bullpens here. Nationals apparently are taxed in that bullpen there, but 10-2. How deep did they run there yesterday in that game with allowing just 2 runs? They only had Zach Littell pitched 7 innings. Poulin pitched 2 innings, and that was it in that one. So, all right, though, I get it. Doesn't have to be yesterday. Could have been the day before there, too. All right. Kane says he's going to smack Cavalli around in this one. Public Enemy says Cantillo outs under. And too bad they have no pitching, Dead Internet Theory says. And Don Johnson's here today. I'll take the Nats on the first 5. I'm laying 3.5 with the USA. USA. All right, the Rays are taking on the Orioles in a battle of pitchers with just 3 letters in their first name. You got to wonder if there's ever been any combination of 2 pitchers that have had 5 letters, for example. Be pretty hard. I mean, there's only been a few different 2-letter last name guys, and they have to face a 3-letter last name guy. Now, I can probably think of some previous 3-letter starting pitcher matchups in Major League history, but you'd have to dig pretty deep. But I could think of maybe, how about Robbie Ray versus Brian Wu? Could be Ray versus Wu. I'm sure that one's happened. How about Luis Eel and Colin Ray? Eel and Ray, or Wu and Ray. Colin Ray, REA. So those 4 pitchers also have 3 letters, and maybe there's been a matchup before. But other than that, all right, I'm kidding. I'm half kidding here. Tampa, the better club here in this one, obviously playing .667 ball here. Griffin Jacks, 3.53 ERA, 1.36 WHIP. He's 1-2. Shane Baz faces his old team for the second time in a week. 4.86 ERA and a 1-5 record coming in for Baz. Baltimore's won 3 of 4. In fact, they won yesterday's game with that walk-off. It was the second straight game for Baltimore. Let's see what you have in this one with Jacks taking on Baz. Look, Tampa, we know is better here, but maybe the pitching matchup evens things out a little bit with Baz at home on a little bit of revenge. Maybe. But Baltimore, at home, they're not exactly crushing it right now. Baltimore just 15-13 at home, 8-16 as an underdog, and Tampa Bay is still 21-8 as a favorite. I know that, okay, Tampa Bay's lost 2 in a row. I get it here right now, but now here they are back down to almost a pick 'em. When if they wouldn't have lost 2 in a row, I'd venture to say they might even be a $1.25, $1.30 favorite here. Maybe Baz, like I said, Baz is supposed to be the better pitcher here in this one, but Baz also has had some BVP success here, if I'm not mistaken, against these guys, including that last one we just saw. Baz against the Rays, 22 at-bats faced, 2 hits, 1 home run. He kind of dominates here against the Rays in that game last time out. So does make it a little bit interesting here, because you don't want to necessarily go against these Rays right now, but Orioles won yesterday, even though it was a wild one there, took 13 innings. Tampa Bay is 15-11 to the over on the road. Baltimore is 15-9 to the over as a dog, but I don't know. I kind of like these 2 pitchers in this game, actually, to maybe, especially with the total there at 9. You saw what Baz did, and maybe that's a little high for this matchup. I don't know if the Orioles are necessarily crushing here. So let's see what you think in this one. I'll go to the chat all-stars here. There's, both pitchers have had reasonable success against this opposing lineup. Baltimore here for 9 legacy. Back to the Rays, ? Says Ron. Cash Kane is on the O's money line. And Terrell says he's talking Steve Sachs and Ron Say maybe there, but it wasn't pitchers, obviously. But, I'm kind of like my throws are like Steve Sachs right now when I'm playing softball, because my shoulder doesn't work anymore and I can't throw accurately, and I can't even throw from second base to first base. It's embarrassing. You got to put me in the outfield or not have me throw. I can lob the ball, but if I try to throw with any velocity at all, I can't control it. Farley here, Tampa Bay, first 5. That sucks. It sucks being old and trying to be a great athlete. Coco got that first set. Public Enemy is on the Rays here, money line. And Twisted says Jack's here, 5 innings last out, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 Ks for Baz. He had 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, but 3 walks in that last one. And the bullpens here, you see, with the Rays here, a good 1.3 runs better. All right, and Terrell says Jack's 0-2 with a 4.3 ERA in 11 appearances there. So, okay, what does that mean, though? Is that his last? Last 11, because he does have a win in there, right? And or his last 11 appearances, or do I have the stats wrong? Okay, anyway, gotta make the call. I gotta make my call here. You guys are all over the place, I think, in this one. All right. Orioles have looked good here last 2 days. I don't want to be that guy to go against this team here, right? I don't want to be the guy to go against this team here right now, but I'm taking the Orioles. I'm taking the Orioles here in this one. I'm going against the Rays tonight. Just one time. Let's see if we can be right. O's money line for Robert. And Ron here maybe on the under. Yeah, I think we might get a 4-3 here, and the Rays aren't going to go 162-0. Well, I mean, we know that they've already lost 17 games. They're not going to go 145-17. So you got to pick some spots, even if it's a bad team here. I'm going to take the O's in this matchup, right? Boz against his old team. There's got to be a few factors in there, right? Not just some, let's just try them because they won yesterday. Cubs and Steelers. Cubs and Steelers. Cubs, Bears, and Steelers. Cubs and Pirates here with Graham Ashcraft. He's up here. Braxton Ashcraft here. He's up against Jordan Wicks. We've seen Wicks before, but this is his debut here this season. Wicks, this is a side of one of his best performances ever in Pittsburgh, but it's been a long road here at Hicks with Wicks, and now all of a sudden they're having to turn to Wicks here on the road trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. Oh, that doesn't seem real. That doesn't seem like the best situation right now for the Cubs. Now, Wicks here last season, just 6.2 ERA, 0-1 record with the Cubs, and we got to go to him facing a guy like Braxton Ashcraft has been quite good, actually. 2.88 ERA, 3-2 record for Ashcraft coming in, a 103 whip. So the Cubs have lost 9 in a row here right now, and Wicks will make his season debut. Was playing at AAA Iowa here when Cabrera goes to the injured list here for 15 days. Wicks has 17 career starts since 2003 with a 5.21 ERA, was primary reliever in 8 appearances last year with the Cubs, 14 in the third innings. But he did face Pittsburgh here, I believe it was last year, 1.8 ERA and a 1-0 record. So, look, pitching wasn't the issue. Ben Brown, everybody says this guy's kind of a fraud, but there he was with another good outing. But they just couldn't score again. So 9 straight losses. They did get a home run from Bush, but that was it. So the Cubs are having trouble scoring. In 6 of their past 7 games, I think they've only scored 8 runs in those games combined. They did have 5 in a mop-up there against the Astros, I think, what was on Sunday. So Chicago, they've won 10 games in a row twice this season. They're about to lose 10 games in a row. That's hard to do. Pirates, when they score first, are 25-11 this year. When they don't score first, they're 3-15. And Henry Davis had the big home run there yesterday. The Pirates have hit 56 home runs so far this season. They only had 117 all of last season. So they're way ahead of that pace. And Ashcraft has been good. Did have his career high, 9 strikeout, or tied his career high in the last start against St. Louis there. So you got to think that this is a stretch here for these Cubs, and they keep looking bad right now. Let's go to the chat. We got a long way to go with the baseball, but let's go and see what you have here.
Final.
Going to the chat pros right now. Here we go. Okay, Wicks here. Not much to report there with Twisted on those numbers, but you got Ashcraft here. Went 7 innings last time out, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 9 Ks as we mentioned. And Twisted here says the bullpen's kind of even there, but the Pirates better bullpen by 0.3 runs in the ERA department, and not only that, the lower whip. Oh, no, same whip, 1.23. Very interesting. All right, Pittsburgh money line for Cash King. Public Enemies on the Pirates here. Pittsburgh for Ron Borquin. Farley's on Pirates run line. Andrew's been fading those Cubs on this streak here. Ride the wave with the Pirates. Raise the Jolly Roger, I think he says. There's Flea. Good to see Flea in the chat. Also here, the Cubs haven't gotten over losing to those White Sox, says Terrell, and he's our Chicago correspondent. OGB Captain says these Pirates are looking like a lock here today. You know you can say lock on this show. We don't get mad at you. Just means you like the game a lot. Robert here, going under. 9 legacies on the Pirates on the money line. All right, I got to make my call here in this one. I'm going to take the Pirates here in the first 5. Give me the Bucks. First 5 in this one for me with the Pirates against the Cubs at -0.5 a run. Yep, -0.5 a run. Give me the Bucks in this one. Hello to a good talks. All right, let's move on here now. Angels taking on the Tigers with Jack Kahanowitz on the mound here for the Angels. 4.55 ERA. Keter Montero, 3.83 ERA, 2-3 record. Kahanowitz has a 1.34 whip and a 2-3 record as well. Montero, 101 whip here. He's actually probably pretty good compared to these numbers, but oh man, there's just something up here, it feels like, with these Tigers right now. Now they are at home. They did win, in that last game. They were able to knock off Baltimore to salvage that road trip, at least get one game on them here. But I kind of want to lean to the Angels here in this one, but I don't know if you'd believe me if I did take them. So let's see what you got here in this one with the Halos taking on the Tigers here in Detroit. Detroit's bullpen, I think, is a little better. Kahanowitz does struggle against this Detroit lineup a little bit, for sure. He's got a 333 batting average against, 889 OPS here, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to take the Angels in this one. Let's see what you got in the chat with these two. What is a lock? Says Nuke. Public Enemy says Angels and Tigers under here. Ron Borquin's not laying these Tigers here right now the way they're going. Farley's taking the Angels here at first 5 plus a half. Nuke says the Tigers have lost 18 of 20 right now. Gosh. Right. Oh, yeah, the Tigers are much better at home. They're one game over 500 at home, right? So Robert here on the over. And Nuke says, a lock. It's time for gambling definitions with Public Enemy. Right. We allow you to say that on this show because we it's just like, say, hey, really, I like this game a lot, right? There's no such thing. We're not here to say, oh, you can't go giving out locks. You can on this show. Okay. It just means you like it. Might be your best play of the day or something. It's a lock. All right. We don't mind that. Okay. Anyways, here, Angels and Tigers here in this one tonight. All right. And let me look at the total here real quick. Sorry about that, gang. Tigers here are under in 7 of their last 9 overall, 9-14 to the under at home here. I think Kohanowitz can look pretty good here, actually. Kind of want to take this game under here. I know that Detroit, like I said, they've got some guys on Kohanowitz that can hit Kohanowitz here, but I'm going to think that I'm going to go under in this one with the Angels and Detroit. I'm thinking pitching rules the day in that one. Okay. Here are the Braves. Uh-oh. I forgot about the hockey game here. Got the Braves up here next against the Red Sox. Spencer Strider goes for the Braves against Ranger Suarez here. Strider, 3.0. 3.0 ERA coming in at a 2-0 record. Hasn't had that many starts, but doesn't matter. He's been that decent, right? It feels like here right now. And for Ranger Suarez, sir, comes in here with a 2.4 ERA and a 2-2 record. Suarez has looked quite good, thank you. But the Red Sox, of course, just lost 3 games in a row there in that series to Minnesota at home. The Twins, of all teams, kind of came in there and dominated. Meanwhile, Atlanta did, lose that series to Washington, just their second series loss of the season. But again, give some credit to Washington. They came in there and did the job. So let's see here, though, what you think with the Braves on the road here, taking on the Sox here with Spencer Strider here. You'd think the way the Sox are going, 8-17 at home, Atlanta 19-8 on the road. I mean, come on. You got to, okay, maybe they can turn it. USA's already scored 2 goals. We already missed it. 2-0 already with the USA over here. We're missed the game. So also here, so the Red Sox, not only can they not win at home, but also they do not score any runs. In fact, they are 7-17 right now to the under at home. Now Atlanta is 17-9 to the over, to be fair here. They also, though, Atlanta 4-9 to the under here as are they an underdog now? No, they're not an underdog now, are they? Do you mean to tell me Boston's moved to a favorite here? Not quite. A couple of books, though, are starting to show the Red Sox here as a favorite. I'd almost venture to say right now, technically, it's about a pick'em, is what it feels like between these two. So let's see what you have, though. I'm going to go to the chat here right now and see what you got here in this one as I try to make sure I got the Goff match up there. All right, let me go to the chat here, though, in this one. All right. Slovakia here. Uh-oh, look out. Here's Slovakia. They might upset Sweden. Uh-oh. Sweden hasn't been able to score one yet. What's going on here? Also here, Braves for Public Enemy. 9 Legacy Braves money line and Strider over his strikeouts. Terrell says the Tigers haven't scored more than 4 runs in any of their last 13 games. Braves money line for Robert Farley is on the under here. Rangers been pitching well. And maybe could Drake Baldwin hit one out finally? Come on. Boston here for Ron Borkwin. And Roberts on the over. All right, I think that might be it from the crew here. And I'll have to make my call here in this one. I'm taking the Atlanta Braves myself. Give me Atlanta here on the road over Boston to keep it going right now. Keep the winning going with the Braves right now. Keep Boston losing is more like it. Next up, the Marlins are on the road here taking on Toronto Blue Jays. Sandy Alcantara goes here for Miami, 4.0 ERA, 3-3 record. This will be for the Blue Jays here. It'll be Braden Fisher getting the start, but then Miles will come in, I believe, after that. Miles hasn't been awful, but Alcantara, I keep saying, he's obviously not pitching as well early as he was earlier in the year, but I still kind of like Alcantara here in a matchup like this. Toronto really got their butt handed to them yesterday, 10-2, as Miami came in there and walloped them, 8-2, I guess it was. Miami's been terrible on the road. I mean, they're 8-14 on the road, 6-17 as an underdog, and Toronto still 15-13 at home. 17-15 as a favorite, and they've got injury woes as well here right now with Vladdy. Currently, Vladdy's status is questionable again with that elbow here right now. We're also getting a little bit of injury information, if I can, real quick, back up a little bit to the Washington-Cleveland game. Let me see. I think we did have some moves here. Oh, it was just some – okay. Both teams with a couple relievers here going to the IL. No big deal. Not much of a big deal anyway. Okay, let's see what you guys have in this one, though, with the Marlins taking on the Blue Jays here. In this one, I kind of want to trust Alcantara here again. Hasn't looked good, I know that, but Toronto, the better bullpen right now. Miami, they go over so much here on the road. This is uncanny. I know the Sharps are certainly going to be on the under in this game with Alcantara. And like I said, the bullpen game, or, Fisher and then Miles here. But I don't know. The one thing that is hard to ignore is that Miami as an underdog is 8-13 to the over as an underdog. That means they give it up there. So I don't know. Maybe they will and eventually give it up here in this one. Like I said, I try to want to trust the Marlins here, but I'm going to go over in this one with Miami and Toronto. Give me the over here, actually, and I'm going to ride that trend again. We won with it yesterday, so let's try it again. Right, Terrell? Braves and Fenway. It's kind of like their rivalry game, remember? And 9 Legacy here on the Marlins on the money line. Cash Kane says take the fish on the money line. Ron Borkwin likes Miami. Public Enemy says this game is going to be fishy. Take the over. Robert McCormick. I just had, you think I'm here in the middle of the night, but I just had tuna melts for breakfast. Robert McCormick here is on the under. Cash gains going over. I know it's sad, guys, but Marlins first 5 for Farley. I'm going to go over in this one. All right, next up, the Reds and Chase Burns here. Man, Burnsy. What can you say about old Burnsy here? 1.83 ERA, 6-1, 0.95 WHIP, and he's going up against the Mets. Oh, man, come on. It doesn't get any easier than this, does it? Up against, I believe it'll be Drew Peterson. There might be an opener for the Mets. Peterson, a 5.02 ERA, that is. A 3-4 record here coming in, 1.55 WHIP. He's been awful. I'm going to take the Reds here in the first 5. Burns to Mo here right now. The great thing about it is, yes, it's one of those where the first 5 is a little bit heftier price right now than the full game because of the bullpen. The Reds bullpen is dreadful, but I'll take the first 5 here at minus a half a run at even money. That doesn't sound awful at all. I'll lay a half a run at even money here with the Reds on the run line. First 5. Chat All-Stars here,
Final.
getting ready to chime in with this one. Man, Burns is good. And the Mets are, 1-6 in their last 7. Don't forget, the Mets are bad. Cincinnati's bullpen is worrisome for sure, but let's go to the chat, shall we? Okay, here we go. It's going to be Miami run line here for Andrew. Kane says Reds first 5 money line. Oh, that was the other game for Andrew there. Reds to win again, says Public Enemy. Yeah, shouldn't forget the Mets have lost 4 in a row. The Reds won yesterday to keep on losing if you're those Mets. It was 7-2 yesterday. Mets for 9 legacy. The Mets still have some backers here a little bit. Under for Robert. Nerfy for Andrew. Reds for Ron Borquin. JP Farley's on the under, and Andrew K likes the Reds here in this one. Give me the Reds in the first 5 against these bad Mets. Cardinals and Brewers here. This looks like a decent pitching matchup for sure right here, doesn't it? You've got McGreevy going here for the Cards, 2.4 ERA, 3-3 record, but a 1.0 WHIP. For Harrison, 1.77 ERA, he's 5-1 with a 1.07 WHIP. This is a sneaky good game here with this one. Now, yes, the Brewers did handle the Cards yesterday, and, they may just have their number, but I don't think – I lost with the Cards there yesterday. I thought they were a little bit overpriced. What was the situation there? I mean, I know it was the Miz, but – oh, yeah, that was the game where Liberatore got pushed up. But here you got McGreevy, much different prospect here than Liberatore, as good as Liberatore has been, man. I can't – I'll probably be right back on the Cardinals. I don't know about Liberatore. I mean, I was on him with Liberatore. That's okay. Liberatore wasn't good. They got beat pretty handily. But I think here I'd rather take the Cardinals here. I'll take them on the run line at plus 1.5 at minus 140 in this one. A little chalky, but they did lose the game quite handily. Yeah, Harrison is probably better numbers-wise than McGreevy right now. McGreevy feels like kind of the sneaky guy. Harrison, though, remember, there's a lot of people that don't like Harrison's metrics here either. I kind of think both guys are all right. I'm going to take the Cardinals here. They're still playing great. Cardinals are amongst the most profitable teams this season in the major leagues and on the road as well. So I'll try them here. Milwaukee is great as a favorite here. 20-11, by the way. All right, we go to the chat here in this one. And let's see here. What's Ellie going to do? They're talking about Ellie in the chat. Brewers here for Kane. Hello to Thunder Strauss in there. He loves Thunder Strauss. They love to come in and talk sports for the W. Public Enemy on the blue crew. Farley likes the Cards here. Cash Kane. Brewers first 5-9. Legacy. Cardinals on the money line. Ron Borkman says Cardinals money line, and Andrew K says Sweden ties it up. All right, next up. Yankees taking on the Royals here. Cam Schlittler goes up against Brady Falter here. Falter's got a 9.6 ERA. Cam Schlittler has a 1.5 ERA. Brady Falter has a whip of 2.86. Cam Schlittler has a whip of 0.86. Remember George Carlin? Remember he did the, safe at home. All right. Anyways, so look, Schlittler, the Yankees have won 10 straight games against the Royals. How are you going to go against the Schlitzter here in this one? Now, he'll probably deal. Falter's bad, but, well, maybe he could actually be okay. Now, Falter could get an opener here, Avila, or it could be either or. It could be a little of each. It could be Falter and then Avila, whatever the case may be. Look, the Yankees probably should smash them here, but, yes, they've been rolling them here for sure when these two teams have met. But yesterday was 4-3, and let me make sure here. I think I'm going to go to the total in this one. And I'm going with the under here.
Final.
With Schlittler and the combination of Falter and Avila, I think. Coco ended up rocking Townsend in that second set. That's a winner for the Win Club. Coco Goff. Gets the win there. We said lay the 5.5 games with Coco. She won by 8 games. So we got a winner there at the French Open. Yes, we did. All right, Meyer Sheriff over Galfi here just moments ago as well. Mayor Sheriff with the win over Galfi. All right, let's see here. Anything else from the chat here? The Yankees, let's go to it. Chat pros. Robert went with the Brewers in that game. Sorry, I missed that one. Weatherholt, home run, and Ellie for 2 hits for Terrell. Here we go with the Yankee game. Yankees money line, Rice for a home run, says Cash Kane. Dead Internet Theory says Burns over in that game for the Reds. Yankees run line for Ron. Also here, Schlittler for Andrew K. He likes Schlittler. Public Enemy likes the Yanks on the run line. Farley takes the under. Robert says first 5 for the Yankees here. And McGreevy under in his K's here he says they have McGreevy under in his K's. Coco gets the win there, Andrew. Yeah, it wasn't easy after you guys were scaring me there with those early returns. Falter gave up 7 earned runs in 4 innings there. Guess we lost. Did we lose? Our stat updates there with Twisted. Let's see here. Dead Internet Theory says Liberatore has a cooler name. Kind of reminds me of Liberace. If you don't know, he was a flamboyant pianist. All right. That'll do it. Keep it moving here on the morning steam with the Twins on the road taking on the White Sox. Now the White Sox own the Twins right now. Here and you got Sean Burke going, but no one's sleeping here. It looks like certainly on Joe Ryan, 3.0 ERA and a 3-3 record, and more impressive, a 9.7 WHIP. So Ryan, pretty good. And for the White Sox here, Sean Burke, pretty okay. I mean, 4.07 ERA, 2-3 record, and a 1-2 whip. Maybe the home field evens it up a little bit, but we'll see what you got here. Feels like the White Sox are playing well, but the Twins did win that series in Boston. But yesterday, the White Sox won 3-1. They got the job done, and the White Sox are 15-10 at home right now, and the Twins are 11-14 on the road. And I think Burke is okay here. Look, Minnesota, that was impressive. They've actually surprised me a little bit. I thought they were going to be in trouble there for a while, but they've kind of salvaged this here, and are now a 500 team. They actually are coming in, or no, they're 26-28. That's 1/2 a game behind the White Sox. Whew. All right, let's see how you guys have it here. I'm going back to the White Sox in this one. Give me the White Sox at home. I'll try to beat Joe Ryan here. He's only 3-3. And give me the White Sox here in this one. Let's see here. We got some plays from the chat. 9 legacies on the White Sox. Public enemies on the Twins will win today. Twins win Twins. Win Twins. If anybody's ever seen that old Twins logo, the 2 twins, one's in Minneapolis, St. Paul, one's in Minneapolis, one's in St. Paul. They're shaking hands. Farley's on the White Sox. Ron Borkman's on the White Sox. Okay, the Astros are taking on the Rangers here. I've already put my pick in. We'll preview it, let you guys get your pick in. Remember, I said I'm on the under as soon as that steam came in because I've lost a half a run there, but I still am riding with Texas. It went over yesterday. Good for Houston. They got those late 5 runs, but again, when you're looking for an under and you got a team that had no hits the previous day, Houston has 5 combined no-hitters, right? Where more than one pitcher combines for the no-hitter. No other team has more than 2 of those type of no-hitters, and the Astros have 15 no-hitters in club hit. It might even be 17, but of course they had Nolan Ryan for a few of those. Nolan Ryan, the man with 7 no-hitters in his. Think about how hard it's. Although it happens, because the offense isn't great. We're actually seeing more no-hitters the last couple of years. But could you imagine Nolan Ryan, as dominant as he was? Man, I wonder what he could throw today. You got to think Nolan Ryan today. What is he, about 75? I bet you he could throw 75. The man can throw his age. Who is the oldest pitcher to be able to throw the miles per hour at his age? I bet Nolan Ryan could do it. How old is he, you guys? Is he 75? Is he 73? I bet he could throw his age. Okay, Houston won 4 in a row. They're starting to pick it up, but they do have Jason Alexander here, 7.29 ERA and a 1-0 record. Jack Leiter, 4.6 ERA and a 1-4 record. Rangers have lost 4 straight. So Houston's trying to pick it up here a little bit. Like I said, I'm already on the under, so it doesn't matter here what I do. I've already made my pick on the show there when that steam came in, and I said, let's say it right now. But Houston has that good form right now, and they definitely have had the series edge over these Rangers here of late as well. Now, the Rangers did win here a week or so ago, 8-0, or at Houston anyway. But remember, it was actually the 3rd game of the series after Houston had already blanked them 2-0 and 4-1. So Houston's won 3 of the 4 meetings already here this season, and the Astros here, this very bad bullpen. It's not getting any better. Texas, though, still 5-15 to the under at home this season. So even with these shaky starters, I'm going to go under in this one. See what the chat says here. Twins money line for Robert. Cash gains on the Twins, but for this game, we've got under here for Bobby Mack and Astros here for Farley. Next up, the Phillies are on the road taking on my Padres. Padres can't hit. They can't drive in any runs. Totally inept here. Strandy Vasquez was held back for this start. Canning started yesterday. Vasquez, 2.96 ERA, 5-2 record. Nola, 6.0 ERA, 2-4 record. But Nola against the Padres, he does have some success against these guys over the years, definitely. And some of these Philly bats have had some success against Nola here. I mean, Vasquez, I'm sorry. Philly bats against Vasquez. Baum has a home run. Schwarber has a home run. Harper, 2 for 3 against him. See what you got here in this one. I'm worried about this game. I'm the Padres correspondent here, aren't I? But I feel like this is going to be a tough one for the Padres, actually. Even though I liked Vasquez yesterday in that matchup, look, Nola, I don't think he's going to be this bad all year. Maybe he is. But I think he'll be pretty good in this game. The Padres are having trouble against good pitching no matter what, mostly against left-handers, but Nola can still give them trouble here. We'll see. I think Vasquez probably still pitches well. Give me the Phillies here in the first 5. I'm going to take the Phils here in the first 5 innings. Give me the Phillies at a pick. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Minus $1.25. Phillies first 5. For me, chat in here says he took the 9 Legacy, took the Rangers out of the game. Cash Gains on the Padres. Robert likes the over in this one. You've got 9 Legacy Padres money line. Ron Borkwin on the Padres. Farley's on the Phillies here. I'll take the Phillies in the first 5 here. See if the Padres can fix this offense at all. We're almost at the finish here tonight. There's no WNBA, so thank you, everybody. Mariners here on the road, taking on the A's. Emerson Hancock, 3.06 ERA, 3-2 record. Sebi, 4.23 ERA, 2-5 record, 1.4. Oops. Oh, okay, I see what the wrong problem is here. Sorry about that, gang. I just did the Padres twice there. There we go. For Sebi, 1.44 whip for Emerson Hancock here. Look, he's a more consistent starter here, it feels like right now for Seattle. They've also got the bullpen edge. They've also played well in this matchup historically on the road. So it's always been a pretty good trip for Seattle. But remember, a lot of those were in Oakland here right now. If you look at currently the last 2 years in this series here, it's been pretty okay there. Seattle still won 14 of the last 20 on the road against the A's. Some of those came at the old Coliseum, but Athletics also here right now have gone under in 6 of, let's see here. I'm sorry, Seattle's gone under in all 3 games where they've been an underdog this season. I believe they are. They might be an under. Let me see here. The A's have moved to the favorite here. What do I have on the screen? Okay, I have the A's as a favorite. I don't know if they're $1.25 actually. I think they're closer to $1.15. So that might cancel it out a little bit, but in 3 games is not a very big sample size, even if it is one-sided. Athletics are, after all, 14-8 at home. This is, after all, the park up there at Sutter Home Health Field, which is known for runs. But I don't know. I kind of like Hancock. I kind of like Severino. Maybe they can have an okay start in this one. Probably should just go to the side here. I'm going to take the A's tonight. Give me the A's with Severino in this one. I'm taking Oakland or West Sacramento to win here in this one. Seattle won last night 9-2. Give me the A's here as a small favorite. All right, Nine Legacy says Athletics on the money line, cash gains on the over. Public Enemies on the Phillies here. Ron Borkwin says go over. And Ted Internet Series says, where's the day games? Come on, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's all night games tonight. Dead Internet Theory. No day games today. Farley, Mariners money line, and Robert says he'll go with the A's too here. I think we're going to go with the A's tonight. Kind of want to go premium, but I kind of want to. Sometimes, you got to go with the free and say, look at me. I can pick these A's. And I got to mark him as a favorite here because I had him as an underdog. And they actually would have been a premium if they didn't move to a favorite here a little bit. All right, we got a couple more here. Diamondbacks on the road taking on the Giants here in this one. Giants here, yes, they've struggled, but they did win 2 of 3. They had a pretty decent weekend for once, knocking off the White Sox there. White Sox struggled on the road. Arizona, meanwhile, won 3 of 4 against Colorado, then won yesterday. They're starting to heat up. The bats are starting to heat up, and they've got Eduardo against Mahle here. Mahle, stopgap at best, really, for the Giants. 6.1 ERA, 1-6 record. Eduardo, 2.23 ERA, 4-1 record, and a 1.9 WHIP. It seems like a mismatch. I'm going to take Arizona in the first 5 here to get it done with Eduardo against basically a washed-up Tyler Mahle in this one. Give me the Diamondbacks here in the first 5. Arizona in the first 5 are, I'll take them at minus $1.50. Give me Arizona. Let's go to the chat here. Lerner Tien rocked here just now. Tien wins in 4 over Guerin. All right, let's go to the chat in this one here. And with, let's see here. Farley's on the Diamondbacks on the money line. And Bobby Mack likes the over. 9 Legacy Giants on the money line. That might be it from the chat pros there. One more here. Ron Borkwin likes the over in this one. Yeah, I kind of agree with Ron and Bobby there. All right, next up. We have the Rockies here taking on the Dodgers in our final game of the night. I want to go back and watch some tennis, you guys. This is going to be a fun morning of tennis here for sure. And keep an eye on these hockey games. But now, look, the Dodgers, I don't have a problem with this. The Dodgers went out and they traded for Eric Lauer. I mean, they didn't pick him up off of waivers or anything, although I don't know if Toronto was going to be. I mean, he was toiling for Toronto. The Dodgers wanted him. I like that for the Dodgers. They went out and got a guy that they wanted to go with. So I'm okay with that right here. And I think it's a pretty good move for the Dodgers. Look, Lauer's not going to knock him dead or anything, but, they probably wanted a left-hander in there too or whatever. So no problem here. Taking Lauer. Now, 220, that might be a problem, but the Dodgers still roll this Colorado team here right now. They're much better than they are, and we know that. It doesn't take a YouTube handicapper to take the Dodgers here, winners of 3 straight. Lauer, though, 6.68 ERA, 1-5 record, was not doing that well with Toronto. I mean, Freeland's got pretty much the same numbers, 7.0 ERA and a 1-5 record. Freeland had a 1.7 whip. Lauer was a little better, 1.5 whip coming in. But, maybe with a much better team here with the Dodgers. And look, Lauer, they might have been familiar with him. Colorado here 10-20 on the road this season. You got to look at it from a run line perspective. Colorado 29-25 is a run line dog. They've been a dog in every game but one. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers here, they've been a dog in every game. They've been a favorite in every game but one, and they're 28-25 on the puck line, on the run line. I'm getting tired, maybe. So let's see, though, what you think and what you got in this one as we wrap it up here on the show on the Morning Steam. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here today. That's all we got. I mean, we don't have any WNBA here at all. So let's see here. Last game. And what do we got here? Miss XS is here. Thank you. Cash Gain here. Rockies first five. Public Enemy Mariners Moneyline. Dodgers run line 4-9. Legacy under for Kane here. We got Freeland with these outrageous numbers. Last start 4 2/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. Public Enemy will take the Dodgers. He don't mind. Twisted says Lauer here. Last start was with Toronto. Remember, 16 days ago, he says. 5 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs. LA run line for Ron Borquin. Here's an over for Robert in this one. Cash Kane says Freeland's had success against the Dodgers. Farley's on. The Dodgers on the run line here. And the Rockies had them yesterday there until the end of the game, right? Dodgers picked up 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to erase a 3-1 lead. Terrell says Dodgers can't hit the puck out of the park. Doesn't matter, right? They'll find other ways. And Cash Jane says, give me the Rockies plus 2.5. And Andrew's going to go mow the lawn. I mean, one of the things I watch, call me crazy, but I like to watch that guy that does when I'm doom scrolling before I fall asleep here. I like to watch that guy do he goes for free and does your lawn, right? Hey, you lazy fuck, you haven't done your lawn in a year. Why don't I do it for you for free? Oh, you really do that? What's the catch? I'm going to put it on YouTube and make $1,000 for 800,000 people watching the video. Oh, okay. Anybody watch that guy? All right. Maybe we're in the wrong business here, selling, schlepping picks on Winnable for $19.95 a month. Maybe we should be out there power washing driveways. All right. Thanks, everybody. I didn't make my call here. I better make my call here in this one. I got to take the under when this one. I didn't have very many unders here for me, did I? Not my usual quota of unders here today. Hope that's not a bad sign. What do we got? 1, 2, 3 unders. That's it. All right. That's it for the Morning Steam Show. Hey, like I said, make sure you go over to winnable.com. I'd really appreciate it. Look, I always say it, get 1 month. Why not get just a couple of days for a couple of dollars here right now over at winnable.com? Ride with me here on these big days of tennis. I'm sending out 5 plays a day here. For one, I sent 7 the other day. So we're not winning them. Well, yesterday was a little rough, actually. I'll be honest with you. But today we're looking good, I think, here. So check me out over at winnable.com. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages. But why not go over there, like I said, and grab, instead of doing the $19.95, go ahead and get here. You can still use the promo code STEAM. Just get the smaller packages here. Try this out. Try it. Make sure you like what you see here. Right now, you go over there. I got $3 for 1 day, $5 for 3 days. Anybody who goes in there right now and picks up 3 days for $5, I'll give them 5 days. If you get a week for $8, I'll give you 10 days over there. These are my winnable picks here. I'm going to have baseball today as well. We got a little breaking news here from the French Open. Alex Demonauer, the Demon, he's going to advance over hot young talent Alex Blocks. It will be a walkover, though, so no money's changing hands there. But too bad. I liked Blocks today, actually. I think was he in the picks, or did I bet him here? But you don't really want to be betting on a guy that basically whips and doesn't make it to the match. But nonetheless, it is Demon advancing here over Blocks in a walkover here right now. In fact, you know what? Maybe I was already onto that because I actually don't think I did have a bet in that match. Maybe I read the update there on that. Okay. Let me do the drawing here, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for a great time. Let's get Mikey in here. He's going to tell you how it works over at Winnable.
Hey, it's your boy Mikey Money here, and letting you know the Sports Money team live over on Winnable, and you can get your favorite cappers' best bets. Come support the squad at Winnable.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
Let Sports Money Network's team of experienced handicappers do the hard work for you, and with the flexible notification options, you'll never miss a play as we drop them.
Don't wait. Don't guess. Don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, so go over to Winnable and check out my picks over there. You can look up coming up there, and you get all the picks here with me. And let's see if we had some decent winners here. Maybe we could fire up a few. You also get my Cover the Spread show. It's on YouTube, but if not, I'll send it to you in the free picks. You don't have to sign up for the paid picks. Go there and get the free picks section in there. A couple of winners in Major League Baseball. There they are yesterday. We had that Brewers Cardinals and that Pirates and Cubs winner yesterday as well. So appreciate everybody. Good job, good show. And let's do the drawing here right now and see who's going to win 1 month of those plays over at winnable.com. Disclaimer here, make sure hopefully you have a great month and you'll renew. But once you do subscribe to the free picks, it will charge you just like a lot of services there once you add to it. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to do it today. Okay. Hey, bad on me. Anybody who wants to get here, let me make sure I got the promo code set up. I didn't do this on purpose, but it sounds like I did with a great idea every time I do this. Anyways, since I did forget today, go over to Winnable and use the promo code LIVE. Use the promo code LIVE for 7 free days over at winnable.com. Just sign up for 7 days. Use the promo code LIVE, no charge. I'll even put on 3 extra days for you there. For 10 days for free, use the promo code LIVE. It will charge you automatically after those 10 days, but just cancel if you didn't enjoy my experience. But I think you're going to like it. I think I give something in high volume plays. So check me out over at winnable.com. It's going to do it here. Make sure you join Mikey and Sharky here in 45 minutes for Bases Loaded. They'll preview the baseball card. Then it's going to be horse racing coverage, I believe, here today. Hopefully, I've got to get that square with Razor, what days we're at. We might be actually at least on with our Equine Edge coverage there that everyone likes to go in there and see what the Equine Edge projections say. So I don't know if I know I've been in there with on Tuesdays with Razor, but today I don't know what we'd have. I guess we'd have Horseshoe. Today, what else do they show? Presque Isle Downs, maybe Parks there, and then that's going to do it. All right, thanks everybody. Catch you tomorrow. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine.